What do you think?
Fine.
Any questions at all so far? Pretty easy, right?
Yeah, where do thermals come from?
Thermals, if you look down at the ground, see how some things are grass, green, wet, like lakes? Those, the sun can't heat up that good. But in some places, like this big black parking lot, or that black top to the school, or things like that, heat up a lot more with the sun. So the air right above those gets really hot, and what's hot air do? It rises. So they keep getting hotter and hotter and builds that air up until finally it pops this bubble of lift off, and that's where thermals come from. And if the air is they can do another 360-degree turn to the right again. If the air is unstable, that means that the air doesn't, or it cool as the thermal cools off, it keeps going up and up and up, and it's still warmer than this air surrounding it, so the thermal gets higher and higher until it gets up to these cloud bases, and then it gets to what's called the where the temperature and the dew point actually meet, and that's why you get the formation of the cloud there, because the moisture in there has to condense and forms a cloud. But the thermal actually keeps going up until the top of the cloud. Alright?
Yeah.
Alright, let's do one more turn around, all the way back around to the airport again, and then we'll be back to our 360-degree turn. Just keep going to the right, and then we'll be back down to about our 1,000 feet above the ground, and I'll take it and we'll land. But that's where thermals usually come from, is from uneven earth heating from the sun, and that's why they don't start kicking off until usually in the afternoon. But you can also get lift from winds going up a hill, slope lift, or like I was talking about, that convergence lift.
Yeah.
Or you can also get wave lift from wind downwind of mountains. Dance traffic glider 30 Hotel, entering left downwind runway 13 days. Alright, I've got the controls. We're down to almost 1,000 feet, so your hands and feet are off.
Yeah.
And we're entering what's called a downwind. We're just paralleling the runway. And I'm going to about half dive brakes, which is what we want to use to control our glide path, our descent rate. And we're looking for about 500 to 600 feet a minute. Right now we're in a little bit of sink, so I'm closing them up a little bit. But we're always keeping 55 miles an hour so that we have protection. So the only way we can fly is to keep airspeed. So we're just trying to keep about the same distance away from the runway so we can make a nice turn to base and have enough time to be able to look and see how we're looking as far as our glide path.
Yeah.
We're going to keep flying past the end of the runway until it's about 45 degrees behind us or so. Dance traffic glider 30 Hotel, turning left base runway 13. Turn 90 degrees here. So dive brakes, you can see it really doesn't do a whole lot. It helps us go down a little bit faster. See how we're doing about 500-600 feet a minute right now? If you need to really get down, you can do what's called a slip, and that's using the drag of the airplane or the side of the fuselage like this. Feel how we're going sideways? And that helps us get down a lot faster. See that?
Yeah.
So these are all different tools we can use while we're flying the glider to help us control our descent rate that a power plane usually can't do, especially the dive brakes. Some airplanes have dive brakes, most jets do, because they're so slippery. And now we're back on the ground. What do you think?
That was fun.
Pretty neat, right?